welcome to Everything Joel Wants to Say. I'm Joel, and I have some things I want to say. I hope you all had, great holiday break. I did. Got my wisdom teeth out the day after Christmas. I really enjoyed it a lot, because lots of people are really confused when they hear me say this is one of the highlights of my break. I guess to some people, like getting your teeth taken out the day after Christmas just doesn't exactly scream peace on earth and goodwill toward men. Wow, now that I think about it, actually, maybe it really doesn't. There were a couple things I liked about it. Got to sit around the house and read books all day, because, when you're in pain, you don't really want to do anything. And also, I got to eat all the mashed potatoes and applesauce and ice cream I wanted. And what are people going to tell me? No, Joel, you can't do that. No, they're not. Because, you can't really eat anything else with your wisdom teeth out and everything swollen, or else you'll hurt yourself, and not gonna be fun. I got socks for Christmas. That was really exciting. No one was really expecting it. Yeah, the last gift of Christmas, Joel got socks. One for the books. So I took the entire month of January off and got ready for an internship I'm going to do at a church in Iowa this summer. Got my goals ready for that, focusing more on what I want to do, reading lots of books, doing worship apprentice things here at Calvin, going to lots of January series talks. Brian Stevenson spoke. He was phenomenal. Bobette Buster, a story consultant who's worked with Disney and Pixar on some of their films. I also reread Harry Potter, but that was just for fun. At Calvin, we just finished this great thing we have called the Calvin Worship Symposium, which is basically a big conference on how to do worship well. And since I'm a worship apprentice, I got to help out with that. It was really fun. I had a great time. Friday, I was like, yeah, I could do this all week long if I had to do this. It's great. I'm just having so much fun, and this is the time of my life. And then Saturday morning, everything just kind of hit me at once. I was like, I just want to sleep. But no, I had lots of fun. But a great group of students from Samford University in Alabama. Shout out to them. If you're watching this, I hope you are. Otherwise, I don't know what I'll do. Some of you may be wondering, this doesn't look like the place where you've been filming your vlogs before, Joel. And you're right, because it isn't. Phil and his roommate, Joel, not me, again, just want to clarify, different Joel, they moved some stuff around in their little area. Since I was raised Lutheran, I hate change, so we just moved to the Worship Apprentice office, or, as we affectionately call it, the WAFIS. And it's really fun. Got my boy Watson right here, hanging out with him, just doing guy things in the WAFIS, just hanging out, being friends. Yeah, friends forever. As promised in my last vlog, I'm going to tell you about my rock and roll past, since I had a few questions asking me about that last time. Ladies and gentlemen, the rock and roll past of Joel David Gustafson. Ta-da! I was a young man in middle school. I met Ricky, our band's guitarist. I did like Ricky at first, but then I found out I played guitar. When you're in middle school, if you know someone who can play guitar, they're the coolest person in the world, and you want to hang out with them because they're going to be famous one day, and if you know them, then you're probably going to be famous too. After a couple of years, some of which involved Ricky and I just being in a band, so we could say we were in a band, me joining another band, not having a drummer for way too long, At the Uproar finally played their first show in March of 2009. Sorry, I'm old. I don't remember when I was in high school. We kept the same lineup for most of my high school years. There were 6 of us. I did keys, played bass occasionally, and did a little bit of singing. It was fun. Good times. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Summer before my senior year, our bassist left the band to focus more on school, so I switched over to bass. Then we got a new guitarist in October of my senior year of high school, I think. And our vocalist decided he didn't want to do as much screaming as he had been before, so our sound kind of changed. Ricky and I had both gotten accepted into colleges. Everyone else was just kind of wanting to do different things with their lives. And the more we talked, the more we realized that At the Uproar wasn't going to be a part of our future. We played a few more shows in there, and then we played our big farewell show in August. Ricky left for college the next day, so God bless him in every way. I don't know how he did it. He's a road warrior. Maybe he's a robot built by the government. So, yeah, that's it. That's my abbreviated rock and roll past. I'm sorry if y'all were expecting some stories about hard drugs or anything. My idea of a wild night is having some pizza and Dr. Pepper and watching the Sharknado movies. Probably the craziest thing that happened to us was a show we played in Chicago where the owner/sound guy was late because he was in a car accident, so one of the guys who came with us set up the sound. We didn't start our set till 10 o'clock at night, so the only people there were our friends and the band before us because they were nice. Then, I was going to follow Ricky home, But Ricky had had an unfortunate encounter with an anthill of fire ants on a retreat the previous weekend, and ended up going to the emergency room after we had played a show. So I spent about maybe half an hour being lost in Chicago, and I mean, that's like nothing you want to happen to you when you're in high school. I mean, like, I barely knew how to drive. What was I doing with a car? No, don't worry, I had a license. It was okay. That was the craziest thing that happened to us. We're all still really good friends. I actually get to be in Ricky's wedding this summer. I'm really excited. Hopefully I'll post pictures for all of you who have wanted to see me in a tuxedo. I know that's a lot of you. You don't have to lie to me. So here's what I've been listening to, reading, watching, etc., all those fun things. I'm very happy because Arrow and The Flash are back. They both ended with some pretty big mid-season cliffhangers, and I was wondering what was going to happen, but I like those shows. Very pleasant surprise. I mean, they're both shows on the CW, so I wasn't expecting a lot, but wow, they're really good. Parks and Recreation is in its final season, so as you can probably imagine, every Tuesday night for an hour I am an emotional mess. Reading Harry Potter currently on Half-Blood Prince. Like it a lot. From what I remember, my last time reading them in high school, it was one of my favorites, and I still like it. I'm also reading Simply Jesus by N.T. Wright, reading Divided by Faith by Christian Smith and Michael Emerson. Great book. Talking about like racism and how we as Christians can respond to it. And now I have some questions from all of you to answer. Surprisingly, I only got like questions on the YouTube comments. Like, no one emailed questions to me. It was really upsetting. I tried calling all of you and it just went straight to voicemail. Anyways, Carson Jones wants to know, would you be willing to do a cross-country reunion tour for Montresor and its hit single, My Ocean? Yes, Carson, I will help you relive your high school chapel band fantasies. But no, seriously, talk to me. That would actually be pretty fun. I like America. Joel Norman wants to know, after yours, what's the next best YouTube channel? Wow, I'm the best YouTube channel. Phil, I'm the best YouTube channel. I did it. All by myself. I did it. Yeah.
This is over.
Phil, stop crying. I do love CinemaSins. As someone who loves movies and as someone who enjoys laughing a lot, the way that they look at mistakes made in movies is something I really appreciate. It's very fun to watch. I like it. Phil, do you have any questions you want to ask me since we're here?
What's your sweatshirt about?
So this sweatshirt is in support of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback to ever exist in the history of football. He plays for the Green Bay Packers. He has fantastic taste in music, and he is a beautiful, beautiful man. So, as you can probably imagine, since today's Super Bowl Sunday, I'm very excited about watching the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers take the trophy once again.
Joel.
Yeah, Phil?
They're not in the Super Bowl.
They'll find a way, Phil. They'll find a way. Well, that's everything I have for all of you. Thanks again for watching everything Joel wants to say. Love God, love other people, love good art, and live life, and vegetables are good for you, and yeah, that's probably a good place to end with vegetables. Alright, peace out everyone. Phil, that's everything I want to say.
Oh, okay.
I'm Joel, and I have some things I want to say.
Start over again.
What?
Start over again.
Phil, whose vlog is this? I did not come out here in Snowpocalypse 2015 to be told how to do my vlog by you, Philip. If the Lord's them, and a friend. We have a box of percussion instruments down here. This is one of my favorites. I don't know what it's called, but I call it Thunder because listen to it. If that doesn't get your goat, I don't know what will. Is it done snowing? Suffering leads to perseverance, perseverance leads to character, character leads to hope, which does not disappoint. Phil wants to see me in a tuxedo.